Hello and welcome back to Gardening with Ben. Welcome to our new episode for today. I hope you're enjoying all the podcasts that we're putting out there. If you've not subscribed to our channel, make sure you click the subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts, what get launched, and feel free to follow us on all our social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube and Instagram, Gardening with Ben. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure you leave a review as well, as it's always good to see who's listening and what you think of the podcast. Let's start today's episode. So, today's episode is a bit of a strange one. When these challenge were put out, it was basically for Instagram to just share pictures on a daily basis for 28 days. And I adapted it and I thought I'll use these topics for doing my podcasts with, and it's worked well up until now. And today's topic is actually called Brew, as in drink. So let's talk about my favourite brew. One thing on the allotment is, especially around now, it is absolutely freezing down on the plot, and the one thing that you need to make sure you have when you're on the allotment is a good brew, is a good drink. You need to make sure either you've got your own facilities for making your own drinks down there, or taking your own drink with you. Now, my go-to brew is coffee. I used to be an absolute addict to tea. I drank it all the time throughout my life, and for some reason I just switched to coffee for some reason, which is probably as bad as tea. I know tea's not brilliant, but coffee's not good itself, so I do need to look into that. But when you get an allotment, the first thing that you need to build on your plot is obviously a shed, as quite with the UK weather, it's not brilliant, and you'll more often than not get more rainy days than sunny days down at the allotment. And it's great to see on different people's photos the setups that they've got in their sheds. Now, I'd love to do this, but I just wouldn't fancy doing it and it getting vandalised, as obviously most allotments are open sited, so a lot of people can just get on, or young people like to come and vandalise stuff for no reason whatsoever. So I wouldn't want to waste my time doing it all and then getting it destroyed. But I've seen some people with fantastic setups, from having proper camping stoves in their sheds, gas cookers, you name it, they've got it in their sheds. They've got settees, they've got seating areas, they've got tables, they've even got their own bars set up in the plot. It just amazes me, some of the pictures that you see, and the effort that people put into making them look so good as well. Obviously, if I didn't work full time, I'd probably look into making it a bit more of a relaxed area, but the time that I do get on the plot, I don't get time to sit around and enjoy being out in the open space, so I don't spend that much time in the shed, apart from when I'm tidying it up, which is now, and obviously when I am having my brew. And I usually take down a couple of flasks with me, and I drink from my Gardening with Ben mug, which is on sale now in my shop. Click the link in the description below and you'll be able to purchase one and support Gardening with Ben. All the money that I make from my products goes back into producing better content for you guys as well. Some of the stuff that I've sold through Christmas, I purchased this microphone for my podcast, so that's better sound quality, and I also purchased a proper camera for recording my blogs with, for everybody. And what I'm looking at getting next is a setup so that I can do live Facebooks from home for like Q&A sessions from my new camera off my laptop. So I have to buy a device for that. I can't just simply plug it in and use it, which is a shame. Everything costs money, but that's what I'm looking forward to doing. I did a live video on my Facebook yesterday. It's not yesterday now, I've recorded these in advance. On Sunday I did a live Facebook video. I didn't think it was going to go too well, as I weren't on the plot. Usually I do my live videos on the plot, showing people around my plot, answering people's questions, but I'm usually in a rush to get back into doing the garden, so I don't usually like to spend too much time on my live video. And actually the live video that I did at home was probably one of the best live videos that I've done. I was sat there, I could see all the comments coming in, I could answer people's questions, and it lasted for about 30 minutes. It was brilliant, and I do love interacting with my followers and joining in the conversations with people. So if you're not following me on Facebook, make sure you do follow me, Gardening with Ben. We are going to do a live video every single Sunday to catch up with people and answer any questions that I can. Like I say, I'm an amateur gardener. I'm still learning all the time, so if I don't know the answer, don't shoot me down. I'll open the question up to other followers and let them answer if they know better, which is always good, as it's a great community. So yeah. So that has been our topic of the day. My favourite brew is a coffee. I've tried to make it as long as possible. I could have just said my favourite brew is a coffee. There's the episode, over and done with. But yeah, I've tried to make it a bit longer. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully tomorrow's topic is a bit better. So come back tomorrow. And as always, remember, keep gardening. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Make sure you do click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts, which get launched on a daily basis at the moment. And feel free to follow us on our social medias, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube, Gardening with Ben. Obviously on YouTube you get to see all the videos as well, which we launch regularly. And if you'd like to support Gardening with Ben, check out the link below in the description from our shop, where you can purchase fantastic gardening hoodies and t-shirts. You can also buy a Gardening with Ben mug to be drinking your own brew out of while listening to this podcast. And we've launched recently a fantastic range of greeting cards, which can be used for any occasion and also for letters to send to family and friends. So thanks for listening, and as always, remember, keep gardening.